Hello, my fellow founders! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Foundation. Guys, last time we left off here where we completed our stone quarry and the marble quarry that we have over here. The... Oh, it doesn't freeze the screen this time if I click it back. That's good. So yeah, this is working more than sufficient, guys. 400 polished stones. I think we created that in like half an hour. I've never had this much polished stone. Now basically everything above 400, I think. I'm selling everything above 600. Can't do that. Also not selling anything. Got 400 over here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to increase the polished stone. Because right now we hold 600, but that is because we still have these guys over here. They can, yeah, I told them to empty out because I want to remove this warehouse as well, right? The thing we are going to do now is basically get our blacksmith area up, guys. That is the next part because we are getting a lot. I've got like a lot of population increase, and I did that because, well, our wood situation was just not right. Now, right now, they are chopping down more than I can plant, and I already like kind of divvied up the area that they need to replant more, but they're still cutting it down because I built an entire new camp, guys. Like I got 14 in here right now. I got 14 in here right now, cutting down all of the wood to make into wood. So for a storage, so we have enough wood. We never need to worry about wood anymore. And then to also get enough planks. So once we start upgrading, we definitely are not like, oh no, the wood is running out or the planks are running out. We needed to do this. Villager path blocked to where? Yeah, sometimes they still say it. Although they are in their boats, they still say that they're blocked. Like the fishing is definitely janky. But yeah, the situation here is now fixed. They are asking for housing, but there is plenty of houses. And also by removing the warehouse that I had over here, and over here, basically they can build another residential area if they need to. So I'm not really understanding if they're requesting for houses, then it shouldn't be an issue. If these guys are requesting for houses, that would be more logical because there's not a lot of room to build more houses, but there is still space in the houses. And you don't have what? Flour? It is weird. You're right next to the windmills. So where is all our grain? Yeah, cloth is an issue, guys. Our common cloths, our goods are an issue. Everybody's asking for goods. It's keeping harder. Yeah, 31% needs events. So if I don't do an event, the weaver is one that will remove. So yeah, that is also why I'm gonna like pause the game right now. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna pause the game. I'm gonna build out my blacksmithing area over here, so we can start going into blacksmithing properly, like we have with the stone quarry. We're gonna get a lot of iron, and then I need to go into the common wares, guys. Common wares, planks and irons. This is also why I increased my planks, the storage I can hold, and then 1 iron to make common wares, because our clothing is not up to par. So now, for a barrel for planks and iron and tools, we can make barrels, a material resource. So yeah, that's not a common good. It's a refined food source for dairy. The candles, but we need to go into wax for that one, and iron as well. So yeah, upgrading our iron is the first thing we definitely need to do. So that is what I am gonna keep myself busy with here, and make sure that their demands or their happiness does not fall even lower than this. Their needs need to be met. If I can get it, I just did a bread festival, and that basically got them back to like 85. But it's like on the crisp of them leaving. So it just makes sense that I would make sure that the iron is gonna go up so we can make the common goods. So we're not reliant anymore on only our pasture or sheep farm over here. That is just... That's not good. The situation for the food is still good. Rustic food is still good. The bread is still good. We just had a bread festival, as I said. So that is like 150 easily gone in a really short time. Something else that we want to do, territory. We are going to purchase this territory over here. Because that is basically a whole big hunting area that we can get. As you can see, this entire place can become hunting area now. And that should suffice with keeping the meat up for this section of the land more. Because right now the only ones we have is up top here. And if the meat needs to come down here, it still takes a while. Although we have set it up properly. Like we have fill out constantly, stock max at 78. But it also means that meat that we produce over here can actually go to this village over here. So kind of making sure that we need to keep refined food is 1%. So yeah, that's definitely something we needed to address as well. So all right, let's we cannot if I wanted to do like this, guys, and then say the blacksmith, I want to remove this one all the way here. It's basically eventually gonna say too far away. So we're gonna need to rebuild completely here and later on destroy the other one. So let's get busy. All right, so iron smelters. I have no idea how high the production is gonna be of the iron nodes, but it is keeping up with. I kind of want to look at the logic here. We have 10 people, right, running like more. They have more than enough resources to actually fill up the overflow the polished stone. So 4, we got, no, 10 that are working for 4 people, right? So we're gonna have 4 people here. Now the blacksmith has, let's quickly do the calculations before I start building and we're building too little or too much. The blacksmith has 2 people. This has 2 people as well, so that would mean that we need to place 5 iron smelters to keep up with the amount of iron. It is 1 iron, 2 coal, and 4 iron ore. And this one is, quickly see, is 1 stone for 1 stone. Yeah, okay. So if we have 4 here, it basically means two blacksmith can keep up with the amount. That's gonna be really low. It has to be higher than that. Because if my 2 blacksmiths right now cannot keep up with the 4 we have over there. We'll have to see. We're gonna start with let's build this one. Then let's do, I'm gonna start with 3. And we can always like assign more or less in the actual building, right? Do one like that. I want the entrance to go into here. Like this. Build that one. And then iron smelter. Something like this. I think that is, yeah, the white dot is open. And now the white dot is not open anymore. Need to make sure that that remains open. Something like this. A little bit more to the side. All right, just slightly. All right, build. So that is going to be the iron smelters. That's going to be 6 people, 4 in here. So that's going to be 10 new serfs. Then we, of course, want to have 2 blacksmiths. Where do we want to set them up? I have my storage for iron ore over here. Gems over here. So maybe the gem storage should actually be over here. Because we're getting the gems out of the stone deposit. Right? Can I do... And then I make... Because I'm making tools as well. So we kind of need to set up like double tools. Maybe even 4 tools. Kind of want to have... For everything I build, I kind of want to have... like a specific area for it. So this is instantly going in here if it might overflow from these 3, right? That is gonna, plus these are gonna bring in the resources over here. So that makes sense. Where is my... Okay, so I could do 3 blacksmiths on this line then. Or 2 blacksmiths on this line. Or I could also do it over here. It's always a wonder, like, where are the roads gonna be, right? I kind of feel like I need to place them over here. So we got 3 entrances. That's gonna be something like this. We have a back entrance here. Do a little closer, like that. And place one more over here. I think. Build that one, and then build the other one. Where are the entrances? We got multiple over here. Do that a little bit like that. Build. There we go. Now we, like I said, we do want to assign build and then logistics, warehouse. Can I fit one in here? Question. Would fit. A little bit more to the front. Twist it. Maybe. Yeah, let's build this one. This one is gonna be dedicated. What I am gonna do is we don't need really two in here. Or two in... we might want to keep two there, though. We're gonna need a lot. You don't need to be with that amount. That means we can place one in here. Go. Then one... there's two in here. Two in here. So you guys will not be holding gems anymore. So we're gonna empty the stock. You will be holding common wares, and common wares we want a different stock because we want to sell them as well. Yeah, we're just gonna make tools, like a whole bunch of tools. This is gonna be completely tools from the blacksmith area. I'm not sure where. We're gonna place some other buildings in front here, maybe, or in the back here. Depending if we need, we'll probably need to build buildings as well for the stonemasons, right? So we might as well, we got the blacksmithing up, we got our smelting up. That is good. So we go into progression, then common wares, new building. So yeah, was expecting that one. And then we want to go new building. Where is it? All, nope, it's in the goods production. Common wares, okay. For now, maybe do only one. It is not polluting, guys. So this might be something that we actually place like on the side where, yeah, we might actually do that. Just place it on the side where people are gonna build. Because I want to keep the pollution a little bit away, right? Would be nice to have one over here. Plus, you can see that there's like a road. We can place it over the road that already exists. And basically pass through that. We do have two entrances, so I kind of want to place it close as possible. And then even make a second one. Maybe a little bit more to the back. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Like place two along the road. That's straight. Or is that just an entrance? Because the back is kind of closed. So don't think this might actually work as a road. Okay. let's rethink this. Maybe set one up like this. Right? And a bake man. We already have the bakery over there. Oh. Okay, this might be better. Do it like this. Right? So let's build this one. Because I kind of want to build behind it. Now we're making common wares. So I have no idea how many can be gathering here from common wares. Do I want to set one up elsewhere as well? I kind of want to have a house here. I'm gonna remove this one. A new building available. That's gonna be there until I unpause, right? I'm gonna delete this one. Okay, message is gone. Pause again, or everybody gets unhappier. Kind of want to have them somewhere else. Tailor workshop, common goods. Kind of want to build them like in the village. Kind of something like this. One over here, and then let's do a second one. One over here. I think later on I am gonna build one more over here somewhere. Because we do want to be crafting up our common goods close to where we're selling them. But that means that we'll be running again with the merchants a lot. Okay, let's open up shop. Let's open migration, guys. Let's see if everything starts getting built up. First, we're gonna go iron deposit. Make sure that we start gathering the iron. And wood should not be an issue. What I do want to do is build another warehouse. Now that I think about it. Maybe do it in between the two. Would make the most sense, right? Because I need a warehouse that stocks 100% wood all the time. Guys. So these guys do not need to go running around all over the place trying to get wood. A little bit more to the back. Yeah. We definitely need to do that. Okay, 4 guys incoming. Nice. Because we need to make sure, same as we do with our food over here, like we need to have a storage that's always filled to the max. Where we actually need it, right? Granary. Okay, 4 people. Let's see. Whoa, that was janky. They're gonna be building up. We do have an excess amount of all materials, so this should be fairly quickly. And I'm gonna do one. Well, let's place all 4 in here. Gonna get more people anyway. Come on, guys, start building it up. That way, they are gonna start building up the residential area more. Might actually do it now. Yes. We do want to fill it out. Gonna leave this open for now. Oh, I said leave it open for now. Because I'm not sure what else we are gonna be seeing. For structures that would need... Well, we already do know, right? Progression, if we go into... it's planks, iron, and tools. For a material resource. Right? So we definitely need that one. Gold, yeah, we'll definitely set that up somewhere else. Yeah, beer and entertainment resource might be something we look into as well. City stone bridges. Yeah, but we kind of need to go into the stone castle walls. I want to remove my... Now that we go into different tier. Castle fortifications, castle. Yeah, this might be something we need to look into. So we can just so we can unlock the castle fortifications. But then we have stone castle wall. Modest castle watchtower, stone castle wall provides heavy passive fortification within their designated area. Like, we need to remove all of our walls and then place these. That's gonna be a huge... Can we upgrade them? Wonder. Because I want, like, the huge stone walls behind every city that I build. That's also why we need upgrade our production here, guys. Need to upgrade. Okay, let's get some civilians in and see how this works out. Definitely need to set up another worker over here. No idea where that worker actually came from, but we have it now. Gems and tools. Yeah, they're removing all of the gems. That's good. We need transporter. That's going to be gems. So right now, tools are good. We need tools for everything that we build. Oh, having a lot of tools, definitely good. Definitely. All right, nice. How fast are you going? 14 out of 250. Now look at them, all 4 of them at the same time. Grain storage too. Six, yeah, going good, going good. Going good. All right. It's gonna be close encounter with the happiness for some of 60%, okay. What was your issue? Can't find a house with enough desirability for my status. A miner that is a oh, that is somebody who's gonna leave. Because we don't want miners to have a higher status, guys. Else they don't work as efficient anymore. So yeah, that is gonna be... Can I see which miner it is? Well, I got the notification, right? How did the notification go? Goodness. Commoner. Let's unassign a job. We do not want you to become a miner. You need a job here somewhere closer in this with the city. The only place I can think of is... Yeah, there we go. Becoming a woodcutter, guys. Is that the right person? Because we have more available. You're not a woodcutter. Yeah, I want to make sure right now that everybody is actually doing what they need to. Where the hell are these guys coming from? Did I click on 7 people? Can't remember having 7 people, but yeah, we got more partially guarded coverage. So we're pretty good with that one. So everything else, everybody else that comes along right now needs to be a serf or remain a serf. No access to housing. And who is that? That's one of our watchmen. No access to housing. Ooh, is it all filled out? That? No, there's spots available. Why doesn't he? Yeah, there's more than spots. Look at that. There's even empty houses, guys. How can we not have access to houses when we have empty houses? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. All right, let's keep the people flowing. See if we can keep them happy. See if we can get our metal up, tools up, everything up. You can iron. Is it? Can you not? That's the 4 iron. I don't. You are gonna go destroy. Go. You are empty as well. Ooh, that means, yeah, these guys probably need to work. Ooh. It might be possible that our blacksmiths and such are also commoners. Raiders can't reach the storage. What? What storage can't you access? I built this one in kind of in the wall with a red marker. Might be possible that it's that one. Assign available worker. Unemployed, but it doesn't say what they are though. If they're commoner or not. Others. Smelter and Waltram. Hey, they might have a commoner status. Doesn't say that. Gonna need to pay attention to that one. Like we're gonna need to switch up serve. Commoner doesn't have a house. Stonemason. Yeah, there we go. So another stonemason actually doesn't have a house. So you are, yeah, that unassigned job. That is definitely something we need to look into. Anybody else? And Dofrey doesn't have a workplace or a house. Transporter? Dofrey? Was that the one that was unhappy a second ago? No, that was the one that we wanted to. So, yeah, we need to find a place to work for Dorothea close to the city. Let's do that first before we accept these guys. We have a spot where she can work. Well, we can always make her into a patroller. Yeah, watchman. There we go. Then let's take these 3. We're gonna need to pay attention. This is gonna happen a couple more times, I presume. No resources. Yeah, waiting for coal. So that is definitely something we need to set up here as well. They're all waiting. So while we do that, where? Think, where does our territory paints? Yeah, we don't have this as territory. We have this as territory. I think no, that's all we need. We need to have coal nearby because the only reason we need coal. We might wanna then build and then let's see resources. Stone cutter, where is it? Charcoal huts. We might actually do a charcoal huts. Kind of want to have it closer by here. Do one over here. Then build another one next to it. We have two right now as well. And the problem is they're also in the vicinity of the city. So it might be more comers. Build, and then we want to build Forester's Camp. One over here. Because we want to completely build up this area with forest, guys. We don't want to touch this side of the forest because that's where the boars are. So we want to make sure that we're cutting down woods. Oh. Yeah, they're going to be cutting down woods to make charcoal. Yeah, not to make planks. I was like, wait, didn't I just set up my planks? Okay, let's build this. We're going to need more people for that as well. They should have, like, room. Oh, look at that. They actually created the second roads, but not where I wanted to. Kind of wanted them to... Oh, but paint. Forbidden area. So I could do... make it smaller. So... what I can do is... like this. This. And go to here. Go here. Go to there. And you go to there. And now they will create a pathway how I want it to. Right? They should actually. Yeah, look at that. So they're already forming the new path line. They're still going over the old path line. But it's forbidden area. How the hell are you supposed to... Okay, so they're running over the road. That's good. They're not supposed to run over that road anymore. That's peculiar. Yeah, he's going for building, so he can run wherever he wants to. But this is basically how you create your own road system in the game, guys. Like you want to say, okay, I want to split them up between the two, like this. And eventually that pathway is going to get created. You can see here. Sometimes it doesn't need to flow as they want to. Sometimes it needs to flow as I want to. I need more people. Please. Because now we've got workshops not working. This is good. This is good. Do one out of here. Place one in here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to look for a whole lot more jobs for these guys. Because they all live in, or might live as commoners. That's gonna be okay. We once this is gone, we can actually basically extend this area over here. Because we bought this area, right? We can extend it, get more room for villagers to live in. We are not gonna patrol this area. Like I said, I want to have them build it out completely first with the small shacks. Then later on, we can upgrade, right? Yo, let's get some more people, more people, more people. I want to see everything, at least one worker into it. So I don't have the signal of there's something here, but nobody's working at this place, right? That's the first thing I want to get rid of. For instance, you have one assigned resources. Gems. All gems go in here. And we have quartz now as well. Definitely nice. Then we are gonna empty the stock. Nice. And say we want more tools in here. There we go. Nice. So that's completely set up. That's set up. Now it's just filled out the rest. We need some more serfs for over here. I kind of want to have everything filled out before I remove these and make these people without a job. Right? So, because I'm not sure if they're commoners or not. I just don't want to get that whole mix up. How are we in happiness? 75 needs, yeah, needs, and then 5% for events. So an event is always nice, but the needs is what we're working on. So for now, I'm gonna pause it. No, not pause it. Kind of go on my own. Let them do their thing, and we're gonna build this up a little bit, and I'll bring you guys back. And we're going hard now, from 300 to 400 to 500. Like, we're getting a lot of people in, guys. Over 500 villages now call your city a home. A remarkable achievement. You've created a vibrant community that stands proudly among the realm's grandest. The future holds much promise and an adventure for everyone. Very well. Keeping people happy. I did build one common wares workshop here in the city. And I'll probably later on, I also removed these guys. I kind of checked out happiness. Okay, so what arm? And I did job. So we got one bailiff. Okay, so that's commoner. We got a baker. That's a serf. So we kind of actually can check where are you baking. And we can eventually make you where does she live. View workplace, view home. So if the home is actually in the city, you can see that she lives over here. If the home would be in the city, we could actually promote her to a commoner, right? And that's kind of how we can keep track of who to promote and who not to promote. Because, well, if we look at the job description and we go down and we see brewers, okay, builders, depending on where they live, carpenters, well, they all live near the city, so they can all be commoners, right? Charcoal burners need to be serfs. Common wares, we got a couple that's in this location. That's gonna be serfs. We got a couple that are in the big city. Those are gonna be commoners, right? The farmers, we all want to keep serfs, definitely those. And then if we go down, fishermen, they all live in the city, so they can become commoners as well. Foragers live next to cities. We got a couple new ones introduced, so we need to check that one out. And then especially like later on, yeah, these are the new ones that are introduced. Hunters, depending on where they live. Then the iron smelters, definitely need to keep them serfs. Market tenders, depending on where they live, can be commoners. And yeah, this is, like I said, this is kind of where you check out how and where you want to upgrade, right? To commoner, because this place is not going to be a place that has the beautiful, well, the new houses, right? Because people work better on the granary, as we saw in the previous episode. Miner best suited to serve. So commoners don't like to become a miner, right? So definitely need to, depending on what job they do, they might actually stay serfs. So it is pretty important to make sure of that. We built, yeah, right now we are, or I am, as you can see, we need a lot of charcoal, guys. We need charcoal for the blacksmiths. So we need a lot for that. And we also need charcoal for the iron smelters, else we can't make iron. So right now I'm in a position where I'm looking at how many, I might actually make another forester here to separate this area and this area, maybe in 2 areas. Want to stay away from this, from the boars. Probably want to place another hunter here, but we need to figure out like how many coal smelters do we need to sustain this amount, because right now our iron ore is almost, yeah, 250 is almost overflowing where they stop producing. So I definitely need to up the ante when it comes to the charcoal burners. That is where I find myself right now. The problem is also territory, of course. Again, right now we have this territory, but that's gonna be, what I can do is buy these 2 and actually upgrade our wood cutting to this area over here. That we can place like maybe 3 more charcoal burners on this side, so we can actually have like this entire area be chopped down. So we definitely need to be placing a couple more. I also think, because I kind of said that I want him to fill out this area over here as well. So he's basically planting trees in this area as well. I kind of like it that there's like trees in between my cities a little bit. Here we got the river to kind of line us out of the two, right? Here I kind of want to have like a forest between the two villages. So right now, this one dude is actually reforesting that entire area. So that is definitely not good. I would do paint reforestation area. Kind of can remove this and just leave it to somebody else for now. He really doesn't need to be doing that in this big of an area. If he would do this area right now, that would be more than sufficient. Let's say you do this part, right? And then who is cutting down here? Oh, might be one of the dudes. Yeah, click on this. Might be one of the dudes that I said, like, I kind of want to fill this in. So now I'm going to need to check out which one it is. It actually said forest there. This one. Paints. We remove this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this guy over here doesn't need to repaint over there. And he also doesn't need to fill in this anymore. Okay, that's good. Let's say a couple spots here and there. So we are going to continue that one. Say here, here. Just a couple trees that I want on this place. Not too many. Kind of feel like filling it out a little bit would not look bad. Just a couple wild trees. I'm providing shade for the fishermen. And it only makes sense, right? Then, what are you? What? that is so weird sometimes with painting. So this one now kind of has an empty spot that we can fill up here as well. Be planting here. Okay, that looks a lot better. That is a lot better. So now, where were we working, guys? Didn't even realize because it was. So now we want resource production. Yeah, another forester. We're gonna place him like this. A little bit more. Get it back here. Build. I even think we can actually get it building. Can we place these guys? Because they're not polluting, right? Can I click on you to move you? Really? Let me move you. You can even set these up inside of the village. Really? Why is it not letting me edit? There we go. We can even do this. Like set it up in here. And then yeah, let's build that one. Apply changes. And then this one as well. Place you in here. Kind of feel like that fills out the city a little bit more. That's also what you can do to fill out the cities, right? And then you, once you're basically crafted, 4 people not working. You do have a warehouse, so set 2 up, and we want to assign. We do need well, an area to store our common wares. This is where all common wares are going to be distributed. Till they get distributed to, well, we're already selling them at the marketplace over here. We should be selling them, yeah, as you can see here. And we should also be selling them over here somewhere. Now, yeah, common wares is over here. What do you want? Sounds like a good wood. 250 sounds like a good thing. Confirm, and that's gonna be keeping the happiness. Yeah, needs 60 guys. Forager. 55 events 5. What do you need? That is the question. Yeah, instantly. Once we do a trade or something, and instantly the happiness goes up. So you want to keep trading. You want to keep doing events, guys. And make sure that their needs are met. Maybe he's thirsty. Go build, and then foods. Let's do a well over here. No, I said build. Really? Maybe he's thirsty from all the blacksmithing and such. So do a well over there. Build another one. We want to make sure that people can drink. And that they can drink close to their work environments. Like I said, happiness, guys, is the first thing you want to... is the one main thing you want to obtain. Not really happy about the village center, though. They're not really... like here, they're kind of lining it out. But over here, they're not doing anything. Well, that might come later on with more population. So, where were we? More... oh, yeah, right. Forester. And once we have the forester, we can say paint this. And we can place some more encampment. So, build and then logistics, resources, charcoal huts. We kind of want to fill this place out. We're going to need a lot. These will not keep up. So, we're just going to make an endless supply. Is this one a little bit different? And then... do one of them. Something like that. That's 6 more. Yeah, that is like the one thing holding us up. Storage is almost overflowing. That is definitely the most important thing that I need. And a couple more people. Let's, we got 6 people without a job. Okay, here's the forester then. Nice. Paint. And we are gonna paint this area over. You can repaint this constantly. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's a little bit like this. Feel that is good. We have basically 5 going over 2 places. I don't think they're gonna cut it down like my wood choppers are gonna do over here. But yeah, look at the amount of wood that we have, guys. Look at the amount of planks. Like never ever an issue again. Or it shouldn't actually be. Still housing insufficient, guys. Like holy crap. There's more than enough room. Like there is more than enough room. Why is nobody building around the church? Yeah, the well's been built. That is nice. So now the 2 charcoal huts and see if that might actually... yeah, fill. And then no resources. And then here it's gonna be the same. No resources. And if we don't have resources, we cannot make common goods. Yeah, no resources. And you are waiting for workers. And then, of course... we need to keep our planks up. So I did say stock maximum, but they're not really stocking maximum. So gonna need to see how that plays out. Testing. I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving it. This is perfect. What do you got? So iron ore. Sounds like a good trade. The king. Yeah, not interested right now. Maybe later. Our happiness is up there, guys. Needs 60% is not good. We just did an event that gives us 20%. Needs 80%. So we definitely need to figure out what their needs are. But there's no exclamation mark behind it. And they keep saying housing insufficient. And I think 3 was all I needed to completely build out every part of the village. So what I had to do was, first off, I had 4 more charcoal huts built over here. They kept complaining, we don't have houses, we don't have houses, we don't have houses. I'm like, yeah, this entire area over here is free, this entire area over here is free, this entire area over here is free. I was like, yeah, if you guys don't want to move because this is too far from here, then I'll just replace those 4 over here. And basically they kind of filled in this area really well. I did need to place a warehouse. So I placed 1 warehouse for charcoal over here. But these dudes were so busy picking up the charcoal from over here and bringing it over here that they're basically not overflowing. So they don't have time other than that. and it was like, okay, let's bring in a second warehouse. These guys can actually keep up, and that's why I wanted to fill out this one. And then there were 2 more spots here that were not filled. And then everything is kind of filled out. Yeah, berries, that's more than enough. They are filled. We got 1 that's running gems, so more than enough, guys. The marbles, we don't actually need 4 people here. Common wares, we definitely want to set up a couple more here. Tools, you kind of want to set up tools as well. 2 more. These are running. These are running. These are all running perfectly. They got coal. They got iron, guys. So, yeah, I think we can even do 1 more iron smelter in this area. We have 100% uptime on planks. I know what the issue was with building the new storage. Yeah, now we're going to need to go to the other side of the map before we can talk over it. So with the new storage for planks, guys, I basically said I want to stock max because we still had a storage over here. And I want to empty the storage, right? So we said stock max. I forgot to set it back to normal. So they were stocking the max in here and not actually bringing the planks to where I do want to have them stocked max. And that is over here. Because I need them for the Common Wares workshop over here and over here. And as you can see, we have enough planks in here in both of them. But we don't have enough metal. So that's why I'm also thinking right now we're making a lot of tools. Yeah, we are making a lot of tools and we're constantly making tools because every tool over 300 we are selling. So I was not making enough money. So I can actually say now, okay, let's make that 350 tools. Polished stone. Let's say 350 polished. That's a really good income. We're gonna keep that normal. Planks, we want to keep 500 for ourselves. A brew, we want to keep 300 for ourselves. Common wares, 250. Common cloth, 250. So we are selling a little bit above our stock. The common wares is going along, guys. Bread, we're selling everything above 500. Fish, everything above 500. Meat, everything above 500. But yeah, the meat issue is not good. We're gonna need to look in the future towards another food source that we can do. In the meantime, I've been beautifying my area a little bit because there is something I want to look at in the next episode. There's one more thing we want to do in this episode. So placed a couple of these perches here, some roosters on the roof, like a perch here, and then a horse stable, some campfire all over the place. So I've been beautifying a little bit of the mansion, a lot of roosters on the roof here, guys. But I kind of want to go into we having a really dense area, and I feel like my marketplace is not sufficient anymore to distribute goods to the amount of people, right? Especially if they become commoners. So one thing I want to start looking into. Why did I go for 150 or 180 labor splendor? Is because with 150 we can unlock the city market, guys. Unlocks the market hall for your city market, which lets you provide resources to densely populated areas. I do believe we are in the stage right now that we do have densely populated areas. So that also gives us the opportunity to place this one and actually distribute even better resources. And it might actually have more than one serve, so that might mean that we have serves running the goods or getting the goods from another place and maybe having a better uptime on what we can sell. We got manor housing, city architecture, so basically more architecture, more a roof hall, chambers, boudoir, so we can. We'll not build all the buildings the same anymore with the limited amount of blocks that we have. We can basically. I should have like picked this one way sooner. Splendor package for the tavern. So a welcoming entrance, chimneys, a hall gable, like tavern balcony. So later on we might actually like upgrade it completely. In lodge, we got milling tax here, so more taxations. So one thing I wanted to do as a last thing, now that our iron is set up, we are making common goods and people are still happy. Extended village edict, guys. Unlocks an edit slot for your village. And then we got extended village edict. Unlocks an edit slot for your village. Again and then again. So we're gonna take all 3 of them. An edit slot for our village. Mandate. So revise and edict. Welcome 5 commoners to your village. That brings us labor influence. Invite commoners to settle in your village. Yeah, we don't have a workplace for the commoners yet, so can't do that one. No edict to change. Revise a labor. We got prospect. We got influence labor estates. Strawberry trade wood investments. We got Davenport trade wood. Let's invest with those. 300 planks is definitely something we can do. Edicts. What? Revise and edicts? Is that what we actually just did? Select mandates. What did we just do, guys? Because we've been having that. Extended village edict. Unlocks an edict slot for your village. This has been unlocked already. An edict slot for your village. What is an edict slot? Well, help. Sometimes I do look into this one. Castle, tavern, fortifications, bridge, edict, nothing about, angle, paint, resources, editing, construction, happiness, promotion, housing. It has to be in here. Trading, mandates, your mandates, edicts, edict and privileges. All right, let's look at. So our policies that grant context-specific bonuses to your village. To enact them, you must first unlock the edict and a privilege slot to the progression screen. So we did that one. Edict slots unlocked through common path. A privilege slots unlocked through each of the estate path. Once the slot is unlocked, you can select one of the desired edicts of privileges from the edict privilege page in the royal book. Ah, that was from where? Locks. Budget, no. Buildings, no. Villagers, no. Resources, no. Edicts. 5 acquired edicts, 3 unlocked slots. And then these are the privileges. So the effects right now that we have is trade price bonus, 10% from villagers with labor allegiance, 49 days left. Happiness for commoner status -5. Happiness villager with serve status -5. But that is for because of taxation. Right, so we always have that. And then the trade prices are good with Clergy Kingdom and Labor Allegiance. So 20% trade prices up for trade. So empty slot, guys, what can we do? Contractual wage, decrease the cost of every mandate by 50%, decrease the time of every mandate by 50%. Stonework promotion. Effect yield stone, iron ore, gold ore, marble, or quartz are increased by 100%. Holy crap. The negative is yield of berries, fish, and wheat and boar are decreased by 50%. Upkeep the production building parts are decreased. This is a good one because this is instantly a downcrease in our costs for everything. Production buildings are decreased. The upkeep for it is decreased by 50%. That is really, really good. Efforts refund 50% of the tools used after constructing a building part. So we're gonna need only half of the tools to build stuff, okay? And then bulk trade. Trade quantity bonus of 80% from villages with Clergy Kingdom and Labor. Trade price bonus of 20% from villages with Clergy Kingdom and Labor. So we're gonna be able to sell a lot more, but we are getting 20% less bonuses, but we already have 20%, so we basically go straight to blank, but we can sell 80% more. Ooh, yeah, I think contractual wage, so that is not bad. Then we definitely want to have sturdy materials, the upkeep down, and then I think just well, if we use less tools, that means we can sell more. That's also more upkeep. And then I think those are the 3 edicts I want to enact. Now we also have privileges. Now we might actually look into that one. So privilege, tier 2 labor privilege. We've got it here, guys. Common wares improvement. Workshop tower improves the workplace function of common wares. Okay, interesting. Candle workshop improvement, tier 5 decorations. So there is nothing else. Tier 2 labor privilege. Unlock an estate privilege slot for your village. And we can do that for tier 2 as well. And tier 3, we need 35 to unlock it. We need 35 more coins. Crap, kind of wished I didn't do that one. Well, we can do some trades, guys, and then we basically get some more coins. And by coins, we can do the city market in the next one. Kind of wanted to definitely look at the edicts that we could do. So royal book and now privileges. So what are privileges we can look into? Trade price bonus of 10% from villages with labor estate. So that is, yeah, look at that. So decrease the cost of every mandate by 50%. Decrease the time of every mandate by 50%. Later we're gonna need to remove this one because there's still simply not gonna be any mandates left. Upkeep production of build parts, yeah, definitely really good. So what else? Labor building upkeep reduced by 25%. So again, less cost for my buildings, guys. Newcomers ignore the happiness immigration factor. We don't have an issue with that one. You can have 1 more concurring taxes without penalty. Not sure what that is. Residential taxation happiness effect is decreased by 25%. Okay, so basically residential taxation happiness effect is decreased. So residents are gonna be more happy with if we up the taxes by 25%, they're basically gonna be 100% happy because they don't feel the taxes. Every time you trade with a village of labor allegiance, you gain 1 influence with its estates. Ooh, that might be a good one. Merchandise tax and unlock merchandise taxes on market stalls. That is a difficult one. More income, right? Less, we have to pay less. I think that one is definitely an interesting one to unlock, right? Newcomers ignore the happiness immigration factor. I have no issue with that one. Additional taxation. You can have 1 more concurring taxes without penalty. So it means that we are gonna run more taxes from our people without having less happiness. Residential taxation happiness effect is decreased by 25%. But it says green. Decrease means that they're gonna be less happy with taxes, right? I kind of want to test this one and see what happens. So are my villagers not gonna be bothered with taxes anymore? Needs 80%. So they should go up higher now. Because basically their happiness is because of taxation. Like 5% is from taxation, right? Basically the 5%. I'm not really sure. It says 80% of needs. It probably means like food or what is it? Yeah, taxes minus 3%. So is it going down? Minus 2%? Can we upgrade our taxes to 25% and still keep everybody happy? Is that what is happening? Because that would be Davenport trade route increased to level 3. That is really, really nice. Select mandate. Revise and edit. Okay, let's revise and edit. Not sure what that does, but will give us something. And then yeah, trade route with middle trade routes 250, 275. We can do that. We can upgrade everything in here, guys. And we got 2 more mineral deposits to unlock. Now I kind of don't like to unlock them because it gives me like, dude, you have something here you need to build, and that kind of bothers me a lot. Same with these three. It kind of bothers me. Now I can build a quarry on top of this, but then the people are gonna say I'm going too far from my home. So right now we are basically in a really good production. Waiting for workers. I do want to check out one last thing, guys. Common wares improvements. It's a tower. It's not a lot. Let's add that as a last to the building, to the actual edits, and then tower. And I can snap that somewhere or nowhere. Really? There's not a snap point? Oh, there is at the front here. That's a weird spot. Light changes, and then we're gonna edit one as well. That's in the middle of the pathway. We definitely are gonna need to do this. Yeah, we definitely need to go do that. Apply changes. There we go. Let's see what that actually does for us. And they're already building tools, planks, wood. We've got everything close by, guys. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. You say, I want to build something, and bam! It's being built. Holy crap, this is looking good. And what are you? You have more than enough boar meat. And we have an issue with our boar meat. So how can you say you have more than enough boar meat? That I find really, really strange. Do I need to set up a warehouse for meat? And what is going to happen to you? We need a couple more villagers. We've got a lot of question marks here. What are you? Advice, edicts, and privileges. Let's ratify an edict. I will continue on my own. We just looked into this one, so that one can go away. Advise additional taxation. Let's tax windmills. Build the tax office. Acquire the milling taxes in the progression menu. Enact milling taxes. Produce flour. So basically, that's all. But can I click that away? I hate that I cannot click that away. Windmill taxes, guys. We need to look into that. I continue on my own for now. And surplus of construction materials. Yeah, but not on my cloth and my clothes. Like, holy crap. Definitely need to look into making another pasture somewhere. Because, yeah, they're not keeping up. Can I get a couple more villagers to close off this episode and actually have everything completely built out? I do want to... I think it is the building, guys. It's going to bring in one more serve. What does it say? Multiplies the production by 2. Wait, what? It multiplies the production by 2? What is the production? So it produces 3 common wares in exchange for 3 planks and 1 iron. Is it gonna make 6 for 3 planks and 1 iron? That would be incredible. And yeah, it does look like we are in a state where we want to say... Yeah, I just can't end this episode. You at this market stall, or you, how many do you have? He's got 30 in his booth. You've got 20. Crap. Can I... 19, come on. Get it empty. One of you get it empty. I want more common wares in this stall. Villager path blocked. How? Where? It's gonna be the fisherman. I hate you guys so much. Your pathway is not blocked. You can go to... Sometimes I think it's the bridge. That they cannot sail under the bridge. That's why I kind of want to have like higher bridges as this. I might actually, in the meantime, between episodes, like remove these and build stone bridges as well. It's gonna be looking better with the stone wall. Civilians. We were looking for... Really? It's not enabled. What the hell am I doing? Enable. I want to have a couple more people. But yeah, the marketplace, guys. I'm not gonna remove this marketplace. Like, this is always gonna be here. This is like the village marketplace. But a couple more buildings, for instance, if we place a building here that can sell more goods to this area, or a building over here, like these are buildings that we can set up in our city where houses are standing now to fill up the place, right? We do not want to remove this. I really like this, and I'm even thinking of building one more line over here, depending on the goods that we get, or extending this line maybe even further, or making a line over here, like slanted like this, like kinda. I wanna keep that. I really, really like that. Where are my freaking villagers? And how is this looking? The tower is built. So what do you say? Still 3 planks. Yeah, I don't really know what the tower does then. It kind of baffles me. 3 planks, 3 common ware in exchange for 3 planks and 1 iron, right? 3 planks, working fine. Yeah, it is really, really weird. Like, it is really, really weird. Also, they're buying marble. Yeah, 25. Look at that. 25 for 138, guys. Our coin does not look good. Yeah, and I found how I can go to budget instantly. It's coin tendency. I've been playing this game for like 4 weeks now, 5 weeks almost, and still learn new things. Yeah, people! And we've got 3. That is exactly the amount that I want. That means we can do 1 more in here. And then where else? Yeah, they are really filling up the space. I'm really happy about that. I kind of wanted to have the village a little bit more away. Like, I want to, like, the big buildings around where the construction is. And then the houses behind it. Might actually delete this one. Find that this one is too close by. Hopefully they build over here, right? We still have room over here. Yeah, really, really. This dude has a really big garden, guys. Like, holy crap. Look at the size of this room and then this room. Housing insufficient. That's freaking bullshit. That really is. Well, they're all houses of 2 and they're all... I think the commoners have blue dresses on, guys. And then the serfs have white on them. If we look in the city... Right? Now that yeah, there is a couple here. And we also have blues here. I think the whites, like the colors are... Yeah, it's a train of thought. Where did I want to have those? It was someplace... Ah, yeah. Tools! There we go. And that is done, that is done, that is done. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Let's do it like this. This is the second part of our query, guys. And I think our query now is done. Like, we have our common goods, like people are buying it. Now we only need to make sure that, well, like I said in the next episode, we are gonna go for that market building first. That's the first thing I want to do, because we want to start setting that up in multiple places. Like, a market like this is good, but I feel like it can become a whole lot better. But for now, I'm gonna do it like this, guys. Something like this. Yeah, let's I always drag my marker out. Let's end it like this. If you want to see more of my Let's Play, guys, here in Foundation or any other game that I might be playing on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.